Hello.
Hello.
Hello,
How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
I'm really good. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. And what's your name?
My name is Billy. My name is Songmin Chang, but you can call me Billy.
My name is Sumin Park and my English name is Aileen.
Okay, Billy, why you chose that name?
Okay. When I was in high school, my favorite acting was writing a novel, and then I wrote the fantasy novel when I was in high school, and then the main character name was Billy, so I choose it as my English name.
What about you?
Yes, when I stayed in Canada, my best friend's name is Aileen. So I just want to remember my friends. So I just take my name from my friends.
Alright. So, Billy, can you introduce yourself, please?
Okay, sure. First of all, thank you for giving me such a great opportunity. I have waited for this moment for a long time. My name is Songmin Chun, but you can call me Billy. I have one year experiences working as a professional photographer in Singapore and 1 year working as a fashion editor in Men's Health magazine. And also I was in the army for 2 years. From my previous experiences, I learned useful skill, and here are the skill set that I can provide you: teamwork, responsibility, and how to serve my clients. If you allow me to be a cabin crew of your company, I will be so. I will prepare my duties and responsibility to bring Vietnamese culture to the world, even though I'm Korean. Thank you.
배터리가 20% 나올게요.
Hmm?
괜찮겠죠? So, can you tell me about yourself, please?
Yes, nice to meet you, sir. My name is Sumin Park and my English name is Aileen. Well, since I have 7 members in my family, so I strongly believe that I'm a person who is very considerate and can mingle with other people very well. So while working as a secretary of a lawyer in Jipyong firm and worked as a waitress at Sora Sushi restaurant in New Zealand for about 1 year, I had a good relationship with my co-worker and boss, and also I could develop the close customer relationship. So when I can work as a cabin crew member of a company, I will treat the passenger and co-worker as my family.
So, Billy,
Yes.
what is your personality?
Okay.
How can you describe it?
I'm pretty much outgoing and sociable person. If you don't mind, I can tell you about my stories.
Sure.
Can I? When I just started to living in Singapore, I had no connection, I have no friends. So I wanted to find a job in Singapore, but it's kind of hard for me to find a job in first place. But fortunately, one of my friends who I had just met, he working in the marketing department of SPG Group, and he helped me out to come to the media party, which is many celebrity and artists are coming. So I prepare a name card, my picture on it, and then I start to spread to the people who I just met in front of, and talk and introduce myself. We had such a great time. Finally, at the end of the party, one French guy came to me and asked me for interview next day, and I prepared my portfolio and I showed my potential to him, and I could get a job in Singapore. As you can see from my past stories, I'm pretty much outgoing and sociable. So I heard about cabin crew job a little bit. It keeps changing team every flight, so I'm quite good at working with some new people, and it will be so stable job for me.
So, have you had any difficult situation in photography works?
Okay. I was trying to keep a good relationship with my colleagues and my boss, but I just pop on one story that I had before. I had a chance to shoot with a famous movie star in Singapore, and then I prepared about like more than 10 dresses and accessories. 왜?
나 늙어
Accessories for her, but she didn't like any of those dresses or accessories. So I had to make a decision because it was a really delicate situation. Just next day was our deadline, so we had to finish the shooting. So I asked to my senior that if you don't mind, can I just reform the dress for her by using scissors and sewing machine, and I tried to make a new dress. And final, and after I reformed the dress, I showed to the movie star, and she liked that dress a lot. So we could finish the shooting very well. And then next issue, our picture was picked as a most beautiful picture in the magazine.
And
Hey, Irene?
Irene, what are you doing nowadays?
Yes, actually, I just helped my mother. My mother manages the product shop as medical product shop. So during the week, I helped my mother as a selling.
Your major is law.
Yes.
Tell me about your major and what have you learned from your major?
Yes, by making use of my major, I worked as a secretary of lawyer in Jipyeong Law Firm. But while studying law in university, I thought law is really difficult, but it's really interesting. While studying the case study with my classmate, I also could learn about the situation in even small society. So law is really useful and the most helpful for me because even small society and city has their law and regulation. So I think my major is really helpful for me as a cabin crew member.
So have you ever broken the law or regulation in your life?
Well, yes, I have. While working as a counselor in Jeju English camp, at the time I couldn't accept the officer who is a supervisor couldn't accept eating in dormitory. But at the time, I and my coworker was really hungry, so we delivered the chicken and ate the chicken at dormitory. That is my experiences breaking out the rule.
So what happened next?
Yes, at the time I really wanted to make the supervisor and how can I say? 경비 아저씨.
Security.
Security. I want to have a close together, so just I handling some juice and some fruit to my security. So I just to handle the situation smoothly.
계속 물어보시면 돼요.
Okay. How do you think you know that the event that 세월호, you know?
Okay.
How do you think?
I think it's really sad things to say because it was most of victims was students. They were so young and they have so much potential to grow up. So I was really sad about this. So it reminded me about the importance of safety, and I want to say most important thing in cabin is safety for the passengers. So it reminded me about that.
Yes, I think it's a really big tragedy in Korea. When I just think about the victim and the people, it's really sad. So I just wonder about some good learning, such as when I came here work as a cabin crew member, I also having a strong sense of responsibility. I want to have the passenger in safety and just follow the regulation company.
Why do you want to be a flight attendant?
Yes, I really want to be a Santa Claus for people in flight. When I was young, the Santa Claus, who was my father, gave me a little cute model airplane. While watching that airplane, I just imagined that there are a lot of people who might feel marvelous, enchanting, and beautiful, as well as lonely and sad. from that age on, I really want to be a Santa Claus who can give the good fortune and lucky to the passengers. So I have a dream to be a flight attendant who can help and make the passenger travel more rewarding and memorable.
And Philip, tell me about the Vietnam Airlines. What you know?
Okay, sure. I have searched about Vietnam Airlines before. It says you have 20 domestic destinations and 26 international destinations, and also you just ordered most modern and young aircraft such as A350 and B787 to recognize brand as a young and modern. And as you can see from my resume, I used to work as a fashion editor and photographer in Singapore. So I used to searching a new trend and new news about the many information of the around the world, and then utilize it into my work. So I think I can utilize my ability that I have learned from my previous job to this company, and then I will make Vietnam Airlines more young and modern to bring to other passengers.
So how will you manage in Vietnam? How will you manage in Vietnam life?
Yeah, first of all, I just try to learn about the Vietnam language. So after that, I want to make a local friend in Vietnam. So actually, I really like make a food. So making a food with my local friend, I just sharing food together and having a good relationship with my local friends as Vietnamese people.
So are you good at cooking?
Yes.
What is your specialty?
Yes. My specialty and favorite food is the kimchi soup in Korea, which is really traditional food in Korea, and also making is really easy. So if you give me a chance to make that food, I also invite you at home in Vienna and making that kimchi soup.
Okay. And how about you? How will you manage in Vietnam?
Okay. As I mentioned before, I have 1 year experience in Singapore already. I was totally alone, and then I have 3 months experiences in Bangkok too. And during that time, I made a lot of Vietnamese friends, so I have local friends in there. So I'm not really worried about the social things and then food. I used to cook Korean food in Singapore when I want to eat some kind of Korean food, so it's not gonna be a problem for me.
So what is your aspiration in Vietnam Airlines?
Aspiration was it?
포부. What will you do in Vietnam Airlines?
Okay. If you don't mind, could you give me some moment to think
Sure.
about it?
What about you?
Yes, actually my special skill is making an artificial leg or arm and brace appliance. So I strongly believe that I can handle the physically challenged person in cabin than other people. So whenever I meet physically challenged person in cabin, I will just show sincerity to the people and then handle that physically challenged person very well with my warm heart. So I just try to be a best service provider for all passengers.
Are you ready?
Okay. I know that Vietnam Airlines has joined as a member of SkyTeam. This fact represents that Vietnam Airlines has been grown up as one of the world's best airlines. And also, your company has so much potential to move forward. And your company continuously ordering modern aircraft to be recognized brand as young and modern. It makes me feel more safe to work with. Furthermore, it will be so proud of myself and going to be great opportunity to be professional service provider. And since your company is keep growing, even though I will mostly working in cabin, I think there are so many ways I can utilize my planning ability, and I learn from my magazine field, such as event or marketing for customer. So I have so many ideas I can contribute well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.